A private jet lands in Los Angeles after midnight. Inside, a man stares at his phone. One message stays unread. From finance. We can't explain the losses. Outside, cameras are waiting. Tomorrow, the company will be sold as the future of work. In the cabin, a line has been repeated for weeks. Nothing illegal is happening. And that's exactly the problem, because this collapse isn't triggered by a crime. It's triggered by powerful people choosing momentum over reality. One more signature, one more wire, one more lie nobody dares to name. And when the story breaks, it breaks fast. That man was Adam Neumann. Charismatic, reckless, impossible to ignore. He didn't sell desks. He sold belonging, community, purpose, a new way to live and work. Investors didn't just meet him. They felt the energy and mistook it for certainty. In a market addicted to vision, Neumann's confidence looked like genius, not danger. He blurred the line between company and self, and people cheered, until the paperwork forced everyone to look. WeWork expanded at a speed that broke common sense. New cities, new towers, new headlines. SoftBank poured billions into the dream, and the valuation climbed. Employees felt chosen, tenants felt trendy, investors felt early. Behind the glow, cash burned on private jets, luxury living, and side projects no renter asked for. Stopping would mean admitting the magic was theater, so the spending accelerated. The higher it rose, the harder it could land. The engine was simple and dangerous. WeWork signed long-term leases, expensive and unforgiving, then rented that space short-term. In good times, it looked brilliant. In bad times, it became a trap. Every new lease increased obligations. Every new location amplified losses. It wasn't a hidden scheme. It was a model that needed endless growth to hide its own weight. And growth was starting to slow. Then the IPO paperwork arrived, and daylight hit the myth. Losses were spelled out. Governance looked chaotic. Neumann's control raised alarms. Public investors didn't clap. They asked questions. Suddenly, the story had to survive outside the room, and it couldn't. The worst part wasn't the criticism. It was realizing the people closest to the deal still couldn't explain where profits would ever come from. And once doubt enters, it spreads. The IPO unraveled, and confidence fell fast. The valuation didn't drift down, it dropped, violently. Neumann was pushed out. Emergency funding took over. Layoffs followed. For workers, it felt like waking up in a brand new building with no electricity. For investors, it felt like watching an expensive belief evaporate, with no villain to arrest, only decisions to regret. Then the rescue came with strings attached. WeWork survived, but the myth died. The company shrank, renegotiated, and tried to become ordinary, the opposite of what it promised. Billions were written off, careers were bruised, trust was gone. And still, almost nobody paid a legal price, because nothing illegal had to happen for the damage to be real. WeWork exposed a darker rule. Markets can reward a fantasy for years, until the smiles stop and the money is already ash. And the next fantasy is waiting. WeWork wasn't a scam in the shadows. It was a collapse in plain sight. A system saw the warning signs, documented the losses, and still chose applause. That's how modern failures happen, not through secrecy, but through agreement. Everyone understands the risk, everyone signs anyway, and when it breaks, the story is rewritten as no one could have known. This wasn't an exception, it's a pattern. If you want to keep understanding how billion-dollar illusions are built and protected, subscribe. More investigations coming.